side of halfway. And
Looks pretty shaky, though, doesn't he?
he is a very wobbly commodity at the moment, but it's Balmain taking it up. Lavers was crunched to the ground legitimately by Bruce Gibbs.
Very quickly, I'm surprised Balmain haven't utilised this breeze with a little kick over the top of a long one to the corner.
They're certainly doing it the hard way as Morris takes it to within 9 metres of the halfway. Oliphant. Spears is over halfway. On the inside, he picks up Fruin, but Fruin puts it to ground.
That was bad luck for Balmain. Then he had got there, and he probably should have beaten Fruin to win.
Well, that's the point, yes, as we find Western Suburbs taking the tap, and Bruce Gibbs gets a solid tackle back in return for one he handed out earlier. Penalty to West. A lot of spite in this game. Gibbs is on his haunches. That tackle, I think he felt it. Halfway on the Western Suburbs end of the field, and the score is 2 points to 0 in favour of the Magpies. Marino run round with Oliphant. Oliphant looking for a running forward. Finds Spears. Gave it to Mara. He's given it to McMahon. What a magnificent Balmain try. Oh, yes, that was a try.
That was a great combination there between Oliphant and Spears in the first instant, and picked up by Les Mara and McMahon. It was timed to perfection, wasn't it? Just watch it on the replay. Spears coming through, charging. Turns it to Mara, back to McMahon and under the sticks. What a great piece of football.
That's as good a try as you'll see this season. That was a superb try. Great work by Gary Spears. Here it is from front on. Greg Oliphant running across. Spears almost down, gives it to Mara, and he turns, and McMahon, who's having a wonderful season, a lot trimmer than we've seen him for almost 2 or 3 seasons, over under the post for a vital try.
Balmain 3, Western Suburbs 2.
Well, obviously, Marino didn't take much notice of what McDonald told him, and Madonicus with a quick one.
Boyd giving it to Dorahy. Dorahy. He's got McMahon to beat. Inside McMahon to Wayne Smith. With Broderick now. Real pressure for Balmain now. Bob Cooper. Aldo dived completely across the ball and didn't actually touch it. It's with Oliphant. A flick pass. And G. Spears. Ahead he goes again. Having a top first half is Gary Spears. Created the try for McMahon. Mara. And this is Lavers. Lavers is through. It's with Mara. Mara scores for Balmain. Balmain leading West now by 8 points to 4.
They certainly put their plays together, aren't they, when they hit that line. That was another top try, and Mara, of course, was well involved in the first one, and he was on hand to score that one himself.
He gave the pass to Lavers there.
When they get into the situation, they're having a lot of trouble handling Gary Spears. He's the bloke that is hitting that line, hitting it hard, and they're not putting him onto the ground, and this is one of West's major problems when Balmain come up the middle of the ruck.
Well, there it is, head on. Mara gave that ball to Lavers and then backed him up on the inside to plant it down and score. Les Mara, the try scorer. 8-4, Balmain leading with the kick to tie the defence up. There's the kick.
Comes from fitness, and I reckon that's probably what those clear factors of what won us the game yesterday.
Yeah, Doherty is playing great football in the centres. Were you a little bit disappointed your fellas didn't contain him a bit more long?
I was a bit disappointed that Larry was called back there for that.
That was not a forward pass, my friend. That was not a forward pass for your life. In that fact, you could look at that a million times, and there's no way you could say that was a forward pass.
Sorry, Roy, what was the other question?
I forget. No, were you disappointed with the way that Vendel and Wigham handed Doherty, because he did seem to have some room to move?
I thought Doherty played surprisingly well for a full-back that's suddenly been placed in the centre. We'll obviously realise his ability and potential in that spot, and he's made a good fist of it. Our 2 players yesterday were confined mainly to defence, particularly in the second half. They're both good defenders. Well, we scored 2 tries each during the game, and no, I'm not disappointed with them. I couldn't change that Balmain side because I think we played
well enough to win it, yes. Yeah. I think there's a lot of people who will be agreeing with you today, and that's not being critical of Western Suburbs performance, but I did think your team went well, and especially the way this new fella you've got, well, you've had him for a while now, you lock forward. He had some very good runs, Spears.
Yeah, good, strong player.
Good, strong player. Could be anything.
He showed a lot of potential last year. He was able to break the tackle last year. He seems to have that happy knack of bursting through.
But this must have disappointed you. This try by Boyd, that was a very